Yes, welcome back. So this one we're gonna watch, it's a lady, she had a tradesman in the house and that situation got on top and it all went left. So we're gonna see what she's saying and check it for what it is and have a little chat about it. So let's go.
Are you sitting comfortably? It's story time. Honestly, you couldn't write this, Shizzle. Like, this is my life all over. Right, so long story short, had a handyman come and do some bits and bobs. Put shelves up, mirrors, bits like that. And I wanted my TV putting up on the wall. So I'd got the bracket, that was on the list, what he was going to do, it wasn't a problem. And then he was like, well, if you want it really nice, I could run a socket, put sockets there, so all my wires are hidden and that. He said, but I won't be able to do it for you today. I'd have to get the bits and bobs that I need and I'd have to come back. So I was like, not a problem, let's do it next week. So he did everything else and he was coming back to do my TV. Fast forward to him doing my TV. So he's getting on with it, not a problem. I've got my back door open because it's warm and I'm letting air in. Next minute, doorbell's going and I was out like far away, so I go to answer the door. I'm on my way to the door. Next minute, I can hear screaming, shouting. I'm like, what the chuff? I go out there. My neighbour, the husband or the boyfriend, I don't know what he is, he's on my doorstep squaring up to the guy that's fitting the TV on my wall. Like, they're like proper having a pop at each other and he's like, and I'm like, what is going on? And then they start proper trying to have a fight. Like, they're in my house. I'm like, what on earth? I'm like, absolutely not. So then they sort of scurry them outside and they're all like, come on, like being lads. Come on, I love you. And I'm like, whoa, absolutely not. So the guy doing my TV goes off to move his van, because that's what it was, his van was in the way. He's done some work at my house and I can't stand him. He's a knobhead. He's giving it all this. I'm like, sunshine, I don't care. You can have as much beef with him as you want, but you do not come round to my house and start kicking off like a petulant child on my property. No. And he's all like, whatever. And I'm like, what are you for? Like, what are you going, whatever? Like, we're neighbours. Like, stop being a dick. Just, if you've got an issue with him, take it up on the street. Don't be coming round my house and starting to try and have a fight with him. Like, what on absolute earth? So I'm fuming. My TV did get put up on the wall, but it was all very stressful. And I had to pay him. You know when you're like, I feel like it should be free now. Like, you've just had a fight in my living room. Like, why am I paying for this? So no doubt I'm probably going to be on Neighbour Wars now, because the next time I see him, I'm having him. They're a younger couple and it's pathetic. That is pathetic childish behaviour, especially when you're my neighbour. No thanks.
Yo, she looks like every one of my year 5 teachers, bro, and sounds like them as well. Like, clearly a northern bird. What's with it with these northern birds, man? They're all like, they love she's trying to say that she don't love the drums, but secretly she loved the drums and she enjoyed the fact that a little bit of beef occurred on her doorstep, so she can, tell the birds around the hair salon about it. And I'm not mad at that, to be honest with you, because that's what it is. But she's giving it jokes. At one point she said, yo, you're not having beef with him round here. If you want to have beef with him, go out on the street. But my understanding is that the beef started on your doorstep and then you ushered them onto the street. So they were having their beef on the street before you later must have had a word with him to be like, don't have beef on the street. But now you're saying have beef on the street. Is what it is. I see what you're saying though. You can't be having like a handyman come round to do a job for you and then your neighbours come through and started chatting breeze and, nosing up the whole situation. I wouldn't have it. But I would say to you, this is probably why you probably want your fella to be there when there's a handyman around. For example, my missus can't be there to be like when a handyman comes round. I've got to be there, man. Like if ever I won't even say a handyman, because if there's something needs doing, I'm going to do it. But unless it's like a registered tradesman, like a gas engineer or an electrician, bro, you can't just come in my house when my missus is there, bro. You can't do that. And this is for the man them as well, bro. You don't let the next man come in your house, when you're not there. I've got to be there, bro. From what it sounds like, she got it sorted. But What was she going to do if they started swinging it on her doorstep? If they started scrapping on her doorstep, what could she really do? It's best if the handyman is dealing with your fella, because then your fella can set him straight. And then if it starts kicking off with this next door neighbour and that, yeah, your fella can come out and be like, listen, man, listen, guy, like, you can't be doing that round here. And that'll probably settle it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be a lot easier than now you've got, now him and his missus are going to see you, and it's long for you because you live next to them now. Now it's a little bit of beef and it's a little bit of tension and it's just long in it. Whereas if your fellow was involved, probably it would have just been like just a nod and a handshake, and that would have been that, and then whatever. But what can I say? I'm glad she got a TV put on the wall in the end, because that's one of them situations where it could have ended up where she would have been left, you know, them two would have swung it out. It would have got on top and she would have been left without a TV on the wall. So, like, at least she got a TV put on the wall anyway. But yeah, it's funny because she does remind me of like almost every one of my teachers from like primary school and high school. And it's just that whole attitude of like, no, excuse me, no, you're out of order. It's like, it's quite funny, isn't it? Just because it's familiar. But I think the main takeaway is, when you're going to have a tradesperson or someone to do work at your house come into your house, make sure your fella is there to deal with that person. Make sure your fella is there to be in the house while they're there, just in case anything happens with that tradesperson or with somebody else that's not involved, like as what happened here, which is kind of come out of left field. To be fair to her, she handled it well enough. At the end of the day, the primary objective for her was to get her TV on the wall. The TV's on the wall, so, you know, is what it is. And she lived with just, you know, she walked away with some bants. Do you get me? So to tell the girls at the salon, so is what it is, innit? But for the man them out there, for the boys, or should I say for the ladies actually, if you need to get a tradesman to come over or someone to do work at your house, just delegate that task. Either doing the task or getting the person in and dealing with them while they're there. Delegate that to your fella if you can. Now, obviously, if you're like a single woman and whatever, I would even say try and get like someone from your family in there or one of your friends in there, just because it's more, I think that's the better way to do it, to be honest. Or at least try and get someone, like some man from your family or one of your friends that's a guy, to be there whilst that tradesman is there. I just think it's better that way, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, listen, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.